Hello everyone and welcome back to Cinti-Rally! I apologize if my voice sounds a little bit nasally today. As I am filming, I'm a little bit under the weather, but I really didn't want to have to worry about running out of time to film later in the week. And I happen to have makeup on my face today, so I just decided to power through and film a video anyway, just in case. You never know what the future's gonna hold, so you might as well prepare. And since it is such a chill, sort of sick day for me today, I am rocking my 2016 Walt Disney World sweatshirt. If you've seen my haul video, you will have seen an up-close look at this sweatshirt. It says 2016 on there, and then it has a whole thing on the back. So if you want to see that, head over and watch my haul video. It is super comfortable, and it is perfect for lounging around the house when you're not feeling 100%. Also, I'm like Miss Cool Tone today with my purple makeup and my purple tank top and my blue sweatshirt. I'm like rocking the cool vibes today. Alright, that's enough rambling on my part. It's time to get into the good stuff. This week I'm going to be giving you guys my tips on how to have a fantastic character interaction at Walt Disney World. Personally, when I go to the parks, I really enjoy character interactions and that aspect of the Disney experience. So over the years I've compiled this list of tips, and I wanted to share it with you guys so that you can have fantastic character interactions as well. While watching this video, just be wary if you have any young ears in the background that might be able to hear what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything bad, I just want to protect character integrity, as some of the things I'm touching upon might spoil some certain things for young ears, if you catch my drift. My first tip to you guys is to know who you want to see. If you don't really know what characters you want to go after, then you're probably not going to get to see them, just because you might miss them or you might not really know what parks they're in. So I would just say do your research beforehand, have a general idea of what characters you want to see as well as what parks they're in, so that you can kind of plan accordingly with what you're going to be doing each day and where you're going to be in the parks. My next tip is to find what characters you want to see before they're actually out. You can do this with the Walt Disney World app. You can look up what characters are going to be out in what spots at which times, and that is so important in planning which characters you want to see. Once you know a certain character that you want to meet is going to be in a certain spot at a particular time, I would suggest going and lining up in that area before the character's actually out. If you can make it to the queue line or whatever spot they're going to be in before they're actually out, you're going to beat the line of people that are going to line up with when they see, oh, Princess Aurora is out for character meets, let me get in line. But if you already know she's going to be there beforehand, you can get in line and be one of the first people in line. If you're first in line, you can get that meet and greet done quickly and effectively, and you can have more time to spend in the parks and you don't have to spend a ton of time waiting online. So just to recap, be sure you know where the characters you want to meet are going to be before they're actually out for meets. Line up beforehand, you can be one of the first people in line, get your meet done, and then have tons of time to spend in the parks having fun. Next thing that I want to talk about is to have all of your essentials ready by the time you actually go up to meet the character. Once you're actually up there, you don't want to spend a lot of time looking for your autograph book, your pen, your camera. Just have all those things ready so that you can spend those precious couple minutes that you have with the character actually talking to them and interacting with them instead of fumbling through your bag or trying to stall for time. My next tip is to know the character that you're meeting and to ask them relevant questions. So I would suggest to know the actual storyline of the character that you're meeting. For example, if you were to go to meet Ariel, ask her maybe how's King Triton or how's Prince Eric, and ask her things of that nature. What's Sebastian been doing? What has Flounder been getting into? Anything interesting? Things like that. Don't ask her questions like, oh, how's SpongeBob? Because you know she can't actually answer to that question. So just try to give them things that they can play off of, that they can create answers to. Don't ask them things that are going to be a dead end, because then your conversation is just going to get awkward and then you're not going to have as great of a character interaction. This next thing that I want to talk about applies more to fur characters than face characters. When you're meeting a fur character, it's important to keep in mind that they can't actually answer you verbally. So when you have a fur character interaction, it's important that you're doing most of the talking and you ask them things or you say things to them that they can nod or kind of pantomime the answers to your questions. Don't ask them anything that's going to be really super hard for them to pantomime back to you, or anything that's going to be unclear for you to interpret. With fur characters, just always keep that in mind that they can't verbally answer, so just ask them things that are easy to pantomime. The next thing I want to talk about is probably the most important aspect of any character interaction, and it is to be friendly. They're gonna play off of your energy. If you're kind of reserved and held back and you're not really into the character interaction, chances are they are also not going to be invested in the conversation that you're having with them. So if you're friendly and upbeat and you give them things to play off of, it's going to be a much better interaction for all parties involved. The next thing I want to talk about is to be respectful of the characters. If you're traveling with little ones or you're taking little ones to this character meet, just make sure that they're being respectful of the characters as well. I've heard a lot of horror stories, or I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube of people telling horror stories about children not respecting the characters and people not respecting the characters, and that's just a nasty situation in general. It's probably the most basic rule to having a good interaction with any human being, but just be respectful. Be respectful of them, be respectful of their time, and just don't be rude. The next thing I want to talk about is to not take too long. While character interactions are super fun and we want to try to get as much time as we possibly can with the characters, it is important to remember that they have a whole line of people that they also have to go through and meet. So it's important to keep in mind that it's important to be respectful of their time and to not keep them too long, so that they can do their job and get through all of the guests that also want to meet them. You can have a really, really great character interaction and also keep it under like 3 minutes. I had one character interaction with Chip and Dale, I think it was, and I was having a really, really fun interaction with them where I asked them who's the better dancer, and then they both, insisted that they were the better dancer. So I said, well, you guys should show me, and then I can be the judge of who's the better dancer. So they had a dance contest right in front of me, and it was so much fun. I was able to draw other people that were in line into my experience by asking them, oh, who do you guys think was the better dancer? And the character attendant was like, I think we have a tired line of people. And it was a little odd, but I didn't take it personally because, again, she's just doing her job, and they do have a lot of people to go through. So, you can have a really fun character interaction, but just know when enough is enough and to give the next person in line their turn to have the same great experience. Which leads me to my last point, which is to not take it personally if it doesn't go so great or if your interaction feels rushed. Once again, they do have a lot of people to go through, and it's not personal. They're just trying to get through as many guests as they possibly can. If you're in a situation where your character interaction feels really rushed, it could also just be that character has been out in the hot Florida sun for a long time and they just really need a break. So don't take it personally. There are other factors that are involved. Just try again next time if you don't have the best character interaction. Alright guys, that concludes my list of tips on how to have the best possible character interaction at Disney World. I hope that this list of tips that I've compiled through the years is helpful to you guys in having better character interactions. If you did like this video and found it helpful, be sure to give me a thumbs up to let me know. Tell me in the comments about some of your favorite character interactions, because I love hearing stories like that. You can follow my daily adventures on Instagram and Twitter, which is @CintyRelly. My latest thing is using the Instagram story feature on my Instagram account, so I've been having a lot of fun with that lately. Be sure to subscribe to my channel because I make new Disney-themed videos every Wednesday. As usual, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a magical day!